Given I talked about the Bears, but the other one I know we're talking about. How about them Cowboys?
Yeah, the Cowboys. So, lots of hype surrounded around the Cowboys, right? They scored 70 points to 10 in their first 2 weeks. And then they go to Arizona and lay an egg. Dak Prescott continues to be Dak Prescott, in my opinion. I have talked about this since before the season started, that it was a prove it to me type of situation. I never really understood the Dak hype for his entire career. Went over all of the stats as to why I thought so. 14 interceptions last year. And he threw another interception this time around in a very crucial part of the game. Take a look at this, where Dak could have tossed it in the end zone and he throws a pick, 3 minutes to go, right? So, like, obviously really tough. And so, and I actually wanted to share this tweet with you guys. Just this is a direct quote from Dak himself. This is from Clarence Hill Jr. Says, I asked Dak Prescott on Sunday's loss was a wake-up call for the high-flying Cowboys. Y'all put us on top of the world. We know who we are. And in that same sense, I'm sure the media got what they wanted. There has only been one undefeated team in this league ever. Yeah, it sucks. It's humbling. But to say it's a wake-up call, we knew we had a lot of adversity and we just didn't get it done. I think it goes back to myself. The offense and the red zone, we get better right there. We win this game. We have to fix that, period. The Cowboys are 27th in the league in the red zone, mind you, leading up to this. And yeah, they were without Trayvon Diggs, right? He's out for the season. Really tough stuff
injury.
there.
Very tough injury.
But listen, if you didn't want to be in the limelight, you don't play for the Dallas Cowboys. I'm sorry. Here's what happened before the game. This is Jerry Jones about ready to sign a baby. This is the owner of the Dallas Cowboys in the media all of the time. He's signing a baby at the Arizona game.
Did he actually sign the baby?
Oh yeah. What? Yep. There he is.
I thought you were saying like he signed the baby on the forehead or something.
No.
All right, he signed the jersey. That's pretty
okay, but still, this is what I'm talking about. This is the owner of the Dallas Cowboys who's in the media every week.
Yep.
And so, like, this is the expectation, Dak Prescott. Like, sorry, but that is the world you live in, and it is Jerry's.
No, I completely agree. But for the Cowboys, Brad and Rip, I still don't think this. I mean, it's 3 weeks into the season, and much like the Ravens lost to the Colts, I don't think this loss defines them as a team. I don't think it defines them going forward. I don't think it's the same old Dallas Cowboys yet. If they lose in the first round of the playoffs, yeah, it's the same old Dallas Cowboys once again. But I think right now there's a whole lot of season left. I think the Cowboys defensively are still one of the scariest teams in the league. I think Dak Prescott, if he rebounds next week, gets it together, goes on a little bit of a run, the Cowboys are looking solid. They have a shot at the NFC East. I still think it's the Eagles' division to lose because the defending NFC champs, they went to the Super Bowl last season. But I think the Cowboys are going to put up as much of a fight as anybody in this league in the NFC for sure.
Well, here's a quick thought, though, by the way. We're talking about Dak, for instance, but the Cowboys lost Trayvon Diggs and all of that, transpired, right? Cowboys still gave up 400 yards of total offense. You know what I mean? Like that to Josh Dobbs and James Conner. James Conner's a great running back, but I'm saying Josh Dobbs was traded over to be kind of this helping piece at quarterback. He goes out there and puts together drive after drive. And I'll tell you what, I think the Cardinals are better than people think. They are actually competing. And I'm not saying, but everyone thought they were going to be the dumpster fire of the NFL. Right now, it's been the Chicago Bears, but it's been really impressive to see, especially now. They should have beat the Giants. They had a chance to beat the Commanders. And then you beat Dallas, who everyone was ready to crown as, the best team in the NFC. But then you got to go hold your horses. Hold your horses, because there are teams like this that you got to be careful of. But to your point, though, Brad, what we talked about, this is a game the Cowboys needed to win, especially if you're going to try to win the division. You can correct this, but if you're going against the Eagles and it comes down where you lose the division because this is a game that you never could get a hold of, that's something you're going to have to look in the mirror on.
I get animated. It's overreaction Monday, but at the end of the day, like, this was the hype train that the Cowboys wanted to be on.
One thing I want to touch on real quickly, because we're going through this and try to be understanding, the Cowboys ran the ball extremely well, and that's something that they're going to continue to lean on. And
they always have,
And so with that, when you look at the numbers that they have and the players that they have, you would think that scoring points should never be a problem with this offense. And I think that's where it comes back to. And you're right. You're going to have off games. If I told you the Cowboys had 416 total yards, only 1 turnover, would you have told me they scored 16 points, including 6 in the second half?
No shot.
No
shot, right?
And that's the problem. Like that's what I mentioned earlier. They're 27th in the league in the red zone. Like they got to figure out how to punch that ball in. You're not going to win games kicking field goals.